This is, or rather was, Soledar. We can't verify exactly when this drone footage was shot, but there's an agelessness to it. Echoes of other wars. A Ukrainian armoured vehicle pulls up outside school number 14, the wounded brought out from inside, then the scramble to safety. They're called hot evacuations, and here's why. British aid workers Andrew Bagshaw, who has dual British-New Zealand citizenship, and Chris Parry were last seen heading into Soledar on Friday, with a view presumably to do the civilian version of the footage you've just seen. The Russian mercenary group Wagner, here in footage posted by a pro-Russian Telegram channel, says it now controls Soledar. This has not been confirmed by the Kremlin. Also not confirmed, Wagner's claims to have found the body of one of the aid workers. The messages shared on these Wagner-affiliated Telegram groups say that documents were found from both men, but on the body of one of the British citizens, that of Christopher Parry. Now remember, this is an information war. These are messages shared by a mercenary group, so extreme caution is advised. The messages go on to say that as well as the documentation, weapons and ammunition were also found with the body, because Wagner want to portray these men as militants. By some estimates, there are up to 50,000 Wagner mercenaries fighting in Ukraine. According to Western officials, they make up a staggering 25% of total Russian combatants, an army within an army. The man that runs it, warrior oligarch Yevgeny Prigozhin, positioning himself as both a saviour of the war for Moscow and the critic-in-chief of Russia's military establishment. Yesterday, he was given more ammunition in that regard, the latest round of Russian general musical chairs. Russian Chief of General Staff Valery Gerasimov replaces Sergei Surovikin as commander of the invading force. Surovikin had been in position for just 3 months. That's reshuffle number 4 in less than a year. Is it about politics? Is it about military planning? Who knows? But it is definitely about Putin.
Moving generals around is one way, for the moment at least, of showing that he is paying attention, that he himself is not satisfied with the way that this is going, and hopefully, buying a little bit more time, at least, from a Russian political perspective, to continue to see how far he can actually push this war.
Gerasimov is a champion of hybrid as well as conventional warfare, and some are interpreting the move as a preamble to a larger spring offensive. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense responded to the appointment with a tweet which read, "Every Russian general must receive at least one opportunity to fail in Ukraine."